Welcome to Del Rio.
I can't explain exactly what it is.
Conservative, South Texas border town.
Like the culture, it's the Tejanoisms that we have here, the Spanglish, the food, knowing everybody.
You may recognize him. That's Bruno Lozano, the former mayor of Del Rio.
Is that your first time as mayor?
First time I had no government experience.
This is also Bruno Lozano. More on this in a moment. Serving 4 years in office from 2018 to 2022, there were a lot of firsts that came with his election.
The most politics that I had done was just vote. That's pretty much it.
The youngest, an Air Force veteran, Hispanic, and openly gay. None of the labels seemed to matter. He won overwhelmingly, carrying 61% of the vote.
Because of my election being so controversial and so eye-opening for the nation, I mean, we made international news when I won my election.
The celebration was short-lived. Lozano facing unprecedented events, a global pandemic, multiple winter storms, and a rampant immigration crisis.
When you look back at your 4 years, is there one that stands out as poignant of like, man, that was really grating? Yeah. Which one comes to mind?
The border crisis. The migrants under the bridge was probably the most stressful event that I had to process and manage and get through. That was tough because it was unprecedented. There was no guidebook to even reflect on or review.
His time in office characterized by intense political events and juxtaposed with a personal life he refused to water down.
This is amazing! This was Bruno's first time in drag.
Lozano making his drag debut during his time as mayor.
I have a public life and then I also have a private life, and I'm not ashamed of either. And I think that's something that, we should all aspire to be.
The footage is from an HBO show called We're Here, a reality show highlighting inclusivity in small-town America through the performance of drag.
Small towns, for the longest time, have been considered we're ignorant in small towns, where we're small-minded. And now you see Del Rio on a show, and there's like, wow, the small towns can be diverse? Wait, people are scratching their heads. Like, what is happening?
For this small border town, the conversation about LGBTQ rights and representation is changing, and Bruno Lozano is playing a major role in that change.
The majority of people that voted me in, that district that voted me in, the majority are staunch Republicans. And I was able to speak to them and relate to them in ways that they were able to see themselves in me. And I think that's very important to understand.
While Del Rio is more synonymous with immigration problems than being at the forefront of LGBTQ rights, representation in small-town America is growing. For Lozano, life looks a bit different these days.
I completed my term in June 2022, and I have taken a needed break, a needed mental health break.
He's enjoying life as a flight attendant, spending time with his family, and gardening.
What's next for you? Do you know?
I appreciate, the expectation. Are you going to continue to hire office? I do plan on it, but I'm going to go on my own time, my own timeline, when I feel the time is right for me to put my name on a new ballot. I think people got to stay tuned.